We all want 2025 to be an amazing year. And guess what? It absolutely can be with small, simple actions. I'm a huge fan of habits, but let's be real. They can feel overwhelming sometimes. There's no shortage of advice out there telling us to overhaul our lives in a matter of seconds, as if it's the easiest thing in the world. Although I'd love to meditate for 2 hours daily, read 2 books a week, and crush my to-do list by noon. But let's face it, there are only 24 hours in a day, and most of that is already spoken for. That's why, over the years, I've turned to microscopic habits. These little actions don't take much time or energy, but have massively improved my quality of life. Pick one, pick 10, or go all out and try all 21. You don't need to do them all at once or all the time. I skip some when like it's hectic, but I always return to them when I can. You can do the same. Number 1. Write 3 things you're grateful for. Start with one if 3 feels like too much. The goal is simple. Train yourself to find the positive in every day. Even on the worst days when you're ready to snap at anyone who looks at you sideways, this habit helps. I've been doing this for years now, and it's the most consistent habit I've kept. When I struggle to find something good, I keep it basic. I'm alive and the future is wide open. It's simple, but over time, it makes a huge difference. Number 2, say no once a week. If you're always saying yes, when do you get time for yourself? Free up space in your schedule by turning something down each week. Start with one thing and you'll feel how liberating it is. Got a pointless meeting request? Say you're busy. 3 people asking for your help? Politely tell one of them to figure it out. It'll take time for others to adjust to your boundaries, but they will. Number 3, move for a minute when you wake up. 1 single minute, that's it. Even on your busiest mornings, you can find time for 60 seconds of movement. I usually go with 30 push-ups and 30 seconds of planking. This gets my blood flowing and clears that morning grogginess. Prefer an evening workout? Cool. But don't skip the 1-minute morning boost. It works wonders. Number 4, invest in experiences, not things. Think about how often you spend money on objects. Now compare that to experiences. Chances are the objects win. In 2024, I started prioritizing experiences, spontaneous road trips, outdoor meetups with friends, even just trying new restaurants. The result? More memories, more connection. In 2025, I plan to double down on this. Number 5, throw things away. If you've been holding on to stuff just in case, now's the time to let it go. Start small, toss 1 or 2 things today. It doesn't have to be a massive decluttering session. Go through a drawer, a shelf, or even just your bag. There's always something sitting around that you don't need. Last November, I took on the Minimalism Game Challenge, where you get rid of 1 item on day 1, 2 on day 2, and so on for a month. By the end, I had parted with 465 items, and it was life-changing. You'd be surprised how much unnecessary clutter you're keeping. A broken gadget you haven't touched in years? Toss it. Clothes that don't fit but hold sentimental value? Donate them. Old manuals for electronics you don't even own anymore? Let them go. Remember, the space you create by letting go is just as valuable as the stuff you're keeping. Less clutter means more room to breathe, both physically and mentally. Number 6, track your money. This isn't about investing or getting rich quick. It's simply about understanding where your money is coming from and where it's going. Most people think they know their spending habits, but without a system, it's easy to lose track. Start small. Download a free app like Money Manager, Spendy, or YNAB. Take 10 minutes to enter your regular income and expenses. Once that's set up, just log other purchases as they happen. It's usually just a few taps. Before long, you'll notice patterns you didn't see before. Maybe your coffee runs add up to hundreds a month, or your small subscriptions are draining more than you realized. Awareness is the first step to making better financial decisions. It doesn't take much time, but the clarity you gain is worth it. You'll know exactly where your money is going and can adjust your spending to match your priorities. Number 8, stand up every hour. This might sound like one of the easiest habits to adopt, but it's deceptively tough. We've spent most of our lives sitting for long stretches, whether it's at work, at school, or binge watching our favorite shows. Changing that pattern takes effort, but sitting for hours on end isn't great for your body, and research shows that even short breaks to stand or move can help. Set a timer, use a smartwatch, or download an app to remind you. Even a quick stretch, a short walk around your room, or just standing by your desk makes a difference. I'll admit this one is hard for me. When I'm focused, I often ignore the reminders because I don't want to interrupt my flow. But when I do remember to stand up, it feels good, like I'm doing my body a favor. Number 9, accept what you can't change. I live by a simple proverb. If you don't have it in your head, you have it in your legs. It's a reminder that when things go wrong, you can adapt and move forward. Forget your wallet at home, go back and get it. Lost your keys, look for them. It's better to focus on solving the problem than getting upset about it. Life throws curveballs all the time. Instead of wasting energy being frustrated, remind yourself that it's okay to make mistakes. You'll handle it and move on. This mindset shift can save you a lot of stress and frustration. Number 10, ask open-ended questions. Not everyone is great at small talk. I'm definitely not, but I've learned a trick that makes conversations flow naturally. Ask open-ended questions. Instead of yes or no questions, try starting with why, how, or what's next. These questions invite people to share more and keep the conversation going. You'll find that people enjoy talking to you because you're showing genuine interest. For example, instead of asking, "Did you like the movie?" try, "What did you think about the ending?" It's a subtle difference, but it opens the door for a deeper discussion. This habit has made me a better conversationalist, even in situations where I used to struggle. Number 11, turn off notifications. We live in a world where our attention is constantly being hijacked by notifications. Start by turning them off for just an hour a day and see how much more focused you feel. It might feel strange at first, like you're missing out on something important, but the truth is most notifications aren't urgent. And every time you check one, it takes your brain about 25 minutes to fully refocus. I've gone so far as to silence notifications for most of my day, and it's been a game changer. Without constant interruptions, I get more done and feel less frazzled. Try it for an hour, then extend it to 2, 3, or more. Number 12, prepare your clothes the night before. This might seem like a small thing, but it's a lifesaver in the morning. Instead of wasting precious brain power deciding what to wear, make the decision the night before. Lay out your clothes or pick them in your mind. That way, when you wake up, you can focus on more important things. This habit is quick to adopt but makes mornings so much smoother. Number 13, limit your news consumption. In 2024, I made a conscious effort to cut back on how often I check the news, and it made a huge difference. If you're someone who checks headlines multiple times a day, try reducing it to once or twice. Even better, set a specific time for it, like midday or after dinner. Constantly consuming news can be overwhelming, especially in today's world where negativity often dominates the headlines. By limiting your intake, you stay informed without feeling drained. Number 14, drink more water. This one's simple, yet so many of us overlook it. Drinking enough water improves your energy, focus, and overall health. Carry a reusable water bottle with you and make it a goal to refill it a few times a day. Even small sips add up over time. If you're watching this, take a second to grab a glass of water. It's an easy win for your health. Number 15, learn something new every month. Curiosity is a powerful thing. Dedicate time each month to learning something new, whether it's a historical event, a creative skill, or a random topic you've always been curious about. For example, last year I spent a month exploring photography techniques. The month before that, I dove into the history of ancient Egypt. It doesn't matter what you choose as long as it keeps your mind engaged. You can spend a few minutes each day or dive in deeply on weekends. Number 16, make your bed. Admiral William McRaven said it best, making your bed starts your day with a win. It's a small, simple act, but it sets the tone for a productive day. And when you come back at night, your bed is ready and waiting, a tiny reward for a day well lived. Number 17, spend a minute alone with your thoughts. Take 60 seconds to just sit with yourself, no phone, no distractions, just you. Use this time to check in with your thoughts and feelings. You might discover things you hadn't noticed before. Start with a minute, and as it gets easier, consider extending it. Number 18, ask yourself, is this worth it? We all spend time on things that don't matter in the grand scheme of things. Before you commit to something, take a moment to ask, is this worth my time? This simple question helps you focus on what really matters and avoid wasting time on distractions. Number 19, if a task takes 2 minutes, do it now. Small tasks add up quickly. Instead of letting them pile up, handle anything that takes 2 minutes or less right away. This habit keeps your to-do list manageable and prevents unnecessary stress. Number 20, fix your posture. Bad posture can lead to long-term health problems. Start paying attention to how you sit and stand. If you catch yourself slouching, straighten up. Over time, this small effort can make a big difference. Number 21, read for 15 minutes a day. Leaders are readers, but you don't have to be a leader to enjoy the benefits of reading. Whether it's fiction or nonfiction, reading expands your mind and improves your focus, especially nowadays with short-form content everywhere. If you can't manage 15 minutes a day, aim for a longer session once a week. What matters is building the habit and enjoying the journey. Big habits can be intimidating, but tiny habits are doable. They might seem insignificant at first, but stick with them, and they'll make a big impact over time. 2025 can be your year. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your life transform. Go ahead, stand up and throw something away to get started. This is just the beginning.